Alright guys, be honest. Who else played Tetris the moment after this movie ended? So Tetris is a new biopic that tells a story of how Hank Rogers discovered Tetris and his quest to bring Tetris from the USSR, the Soviet Union, to worldwide. And as you all can imagine, his quest in doing so isn't the smoothest quest by any sort of the matter. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Tetris.
Excellent!
The first time that I heard about Tetris, the movie at least, not the game, because I've been playing the game all my life, and it's one of the greatest games of all time for a reason, to which Tetris is a game which, if you haven't played Tetris, I mean, what kind of rock have you been living under? If you haven't played Tetris, it's playable essentially anywhere. Just play the damn game and understand the reason why it's been so popular and why it's so addicting. When I first heard about this movie even coming out, I had two concepts of what this movie was gonna be in my head. One of them being with the journey of how this movie, or how this game, was not only conceptualized, but how it came to the US. Or the other concept being it would essentially be like Pixels, and I was praying it wouldn't be like Pixels, because Pixels, if you haven't seen Pixels, guys, don't watch it because it's really fucking bad. But thankfully it was about the earlier one, which I was very happy about. And the thought of even seeing that story either being played on the big screen or on a TV screen was really such a cool idea. And thankfully, guys, this movie finally came out, and guys, I am so happy to say that I really enjoyed this movie, and in fact, I thought Tetris was a great movie. All of the performances were really good. In fact, I thought all of them were fantastic. One of the performances I have to talk about here is the guy, I can't remember his name, I'll put his name right here, but he plays the CEO of this company that's trying to screw over Hank Rogers as he's trying to get all the licensing fees ready to go so he can play Tetris, or can bring the game to the entire world. And I thought this actor did a great job of playing, well, this dickhead type of character. I thought it was a great, really good job of portraying this character. I also thought that the actor who played Alexei, who was the designer and the creator of Tetris, I thought he did a great job of portraying Alexei in this movie. It should be obvious that my main standout here is Taron Egerton. I mean, Taron Egerton is such a great actor. I've been a fan of his ever since I saw him in Kingsman: The Secret Service. I've been rooting him for ever since, and I'm still not over the fact he wasn't nominated for an Oscar for Rocketman. Taron Egerton has always had this screen presence where he's had this charisma, he's had this likability to him, and he's just had this presence to him where every time I see him on screen, my eyes are always glued on him. And knowing he was playing this character who's doing everything that he possibly can to bring this game to the entire world to enjoy, even though he knows that doing this is gonna have a lot of risky repercussions if he doesn't get the job done. I thought that Taron Egerton did a great job of Hank Rogers, and I thought he was great in this movie. For those of you who have read the story, you will all know that the story of how Tetris was brought to worldwide was not only a very interesting story, but it was also just an insane quest of how this man pretty much risked his life to bring the brilliance that is Tetris for everybody to enjoy. And here's the thing, while I did know some certain things that happened, there were other things that happened in this movie that I was just going like, holy shit. In particular, the legal battles this game went through, holy crap. That brings me to another aspect that I loved of this movie, and that is how seamless the tone switch is about halfway through. I was entertained throughout this entire film. I was smiling. There's even a couple of great humorous moments. In particular, there's a moment about halfway through the film in which I laughed my ass off. However, this movie just goes into a particular part, and it felt like I was like watching an espionage spy thriller, and there were a couple of times, man, where I was biting my nails, man. Well done to the filmmakers for not only making such a really fun biopic and a very interesting one, but for making one that by the end, I was on the edge of my seat, man. There are a couple of exterior shots where they render the shots as 8-bit color grade, and I thought was really cool. The gamer in me really appreciate. When it comes to the musical score by Lauren Ball, the musical score I thought was pretty badass.
Well, that's just fucking great!
Tetris was a great movie, but at the same time, could it have been even better? Yes. There was a particular scene in this movie where they decide to render bits and pieces in the 8-bit, and there was a particular shot where it's actually rendered like it's Tetris, and personally, it didn't really need to happen. It actually kind of took away from that moment. Also, there's a particular character in this movie, which I don't know if this character or this person exists in real life. I'm assuming he was made for the movie because, well, then again, because I wasn't there. If this particular person was invented for the movie, he was just a character at the moment you saw him. You kind of had a feeling that he was just gonna be there just to cause bad shit to happen. Sometimes the pacing can get a little wonky, and that's about it.
And here we go.
So overall, not only do I think that Tetris is a great film, but it's also a very interesting film, while it's also a very thrilling film. Tetris was a movie I was looking forward to a lot, and I'm happy to say that I dug the crap out of Tetris. All in all, I'm gonna give Tetris a 4 out of 5. If you guys have Apple TV Plus, it's streaming on there right now. Go check it out. It is a great movie, guys. So comment down below and let me know. Have you guys seen Tetris? What you all think of it? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'm also on Twitch. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links and usernames are in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed my review of Tetris. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell for my latest review goes live. If you guys want to see my previous 2 reviews, please go to the left or right side of the screen. And of course, until my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.